Hi there folks, it's Friday the 21st of October and today I'm at WAAF Site 1 in the officers block and we're having a museum preview. Let's take a look. So here we are folks. After weeks of getting this place back into shape, we're about to have an open day. Quite a few things on display. We have the runway and perimeter track lights I've restored there. It's a bit dark in this corner, hence the lights. And we have some information about the airfield. RAF Snaith, which served 150 and 51 Squadron. So that's the airfield. And we are right there on WAAF Site 1. So you can see we've got a few things on display for this preview. We have the recovered remains of Halifax HR 936. This was ditched over Holland. All the crew survived and actually became quite a story. Today we are having a visitor who actually recovered those parts. So a bit more on RAF Snaith. Bomb dump explosion, that was a big thing. And a little bit here about the memorial garden and some of the books that Renee Onsley, can't pronounce the name, wrote. Sadly she's no longer with us, but she was a very nice lady. Wealth of information on this airfield. So we have a cylinder from one of the Bristol Hercules that flew from RAF Snaith. That was MZ765. A few more bits of information. Pollington at war, prisoners of war, rationing, Land Army. Now this place did actually become the bloody hell, I have to fit that back when I've got two hands. We have some information on the Women's Land Army, which was here after the war. In fact, that is part of it. We were at that side. That's next door. More information here about the WAAF at Snaith. This has actually been the officers' block. In fact, the officers' lounge was just there, and at this side was the dining room. We have cups. That's the point, I need to fill that. Better get on with that. We've got people coming soon. So, the recovered remains. And some more photos, folks.
I need holiday.
Not quite as glamorous as friendship service.
They've gone down there to look at the where they used to sleep, where the Landa used to sleep. If you go around there.
I did down about a year ago. About 6. Oh yeah. I think. An awful lot of headsets now. Yeah, you just look at air museum there. You just look at the book and the map. There is a book. Corresponding map. Plots.
We will do. We can take people around. We're doing, this is phase 1, which is about done. We've got a bit more structural work to do. This was the old officers' WAAF officers' quarters, and this was the officers' mess where you're sat. The buildings behind us were the officers' quarters, which is what we're busy renovating now. They're all individual bedrooms, so eventually we're going to have different displays in each room. So you can see we've got Jane on the table. She'll have her own room because I'll introduce you to Vinda in a minute. We'll have a Land Army room because one of them was the Land Army office. We know that one of them was a specific Land Army lady's bedroom because she told us that she'd been in and out of the window several times. So that's got to be her room. So we've got lots of plans, but we'd love to show you what we're doing so far. Paul from the history group will do a presentation shortly. We just need to set up a big screen. So in the meantime, I'd like to introduce you to Bindert. He is instrumental in finding the story of J for Jane, who's on the table at the back and all the story. And this is the Bindert that is in all the display. He came over a few years ago and we went in and collected J too. What we'd like Bindert to do, we have a special job for him today, which we thought we would do now before it starts raining again because it's an outside thing. So, Bindert, we would be very much honoured if you would come and plant a tree to commemorate Jane's crew. Would you do that? Can you hear? Do you want to translate?
You mag een boom planten.
Oh, I like to.
Okay, so we'd like to just, well, while it's dry, we'll go and do this and we'll set up the screen while we're doing. So we're going to go around the building and then to the fence side at the front. If you'd like to follow. Sorry. I didn't touch it. She was making sure in case it rained, you left your window open.
Window open?
Yeah. Just if it rained, it's going to get you. Okay, so again, this is very ad-lib. I'm afraid I have no script, so please bear with me. I say I'd like to welcome Bidder. He's instrumental in the researching the history of Jane, who crashed in Holland near Rijpskirk. Have I nearly got it? It's a long time since I've said it. And he made friends, very good friends with the navigator Jim, who visited several times. We'd be very much honoured if you would plant a tree in the memory of the crew. And we have a plaque here that will go with the tree. So, can I borrow anybody to help me pull the pot off? So, you managed to get over there?
Dat side?
Yeah.
Oké, je mag eerst daar staan. We gaan eerst nog even de pot eruit uithalen. Mag jij daar gaan staan?
This wasn't rehearsed.
Ja, moet ik nog helpen?
Can we have a strong man?
Oh, wait, there we go.
That's it, a threat of man, but it fell off. So, you'll fall in the hole, isn't it? Yeah, bucket in. And then, I've seen the Queen do with it. Put a bit of soil in it. You good? He does well for 88 years old.
He likes gardening.
He said he does it at home.
Yes, it is.
He does it always when he does. He has a big garden.
I'll try it. Okay, so that is the first of hopefully many memorials for aircrew that flew from Snaith. I'll leave that. Oh, you're good to you take that. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we'll go back in now.
This one goes.
Yeah.
Nog even een foto met opa erbij.
With me? Really?
Of course.
One not enough.
Look how you spell it when we go back in.
Yeah, we'll put it. We'll put it on a stake. So I'll take it in so it doesn't get dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it on a stake. I really appreciate it. It's interesting to know just how Hollington's just expanded during the war. And not just with the army camp and the RAF camp, but like I say, with the evacuees as well. I don't think anybody realised quite how many more children were coming in. So it's went from a sleepy little country village to a bustling metropolis with probably a lot more amenities than there are now. You know, there was, and buses. Oh, what's a bus? You know, cafe and fish and chip shop and all sorts back then.
We're always updating things.
Yeah.
And the gentleman that lives at Snaith, who's written his reminiscences of the time, and he lived in an old army structure with his family, his mum and dad, and it was just left over from the war. And he said, well, they called us squatters. And they were known in the village as squatters that lived in these places. But actually, we paid rent, so how could we be squatters?
Yeah.
Paid rent to the council. So the sort of the properties we used after the war used to for quite a long time.
That's it, I say, with the Balsville camp as well, going on till the 1970s.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's the remnants and well, the airfield, a lot of that's used now for business, obviously, isn't it, as well? So, but yeah, it's nice to try and keep a bit of that history before it gets lost, especially, you know, with so much bit of it being industrial now. That's why we were trying to save it and hopefully expand it and have more of the museum open for people to come and visit. So thank you again, Paul. We talk forever, don't we? We go to group meetings and everything. It's fascinating the things that you find out, and there's always more and more. Recently, we were kindly donated a lot of Renee Owsley's information, which, gosh, so much. And I'd like to welcome members of our family here today as well. Really appreciate you coming and for bringing Rene's BEM. It's thoroughly deserved, as I'm sure you all know. So thank you once again. You feel free to look around. We'll pop the displays back on the tables and we'll put the buffet more in one area. It's kind of expanded. We're running out of space drastically in here, so it'll be nice when we can expand into the other buildings. If you would like to have a look at what the work we're doing in the front, AD's more than happy to take small. We can only take small groups round at a time. It's not a big area, but AD's more than happy to take you round so you can see what work we've done in there. We've done a lot of building work. We're ready to start painting now. We've found the right colour. Matching 80-year-old paint is quite difficult, but we're going to be cracking on with that soon, and then we can expand and do each room out, like I said before, with Jane and the Land Army and everything. So feel free to help yourself to the buffet and to drinks. And
one more.
Oh, sorry.
You would like to present something? I'm going to be Kathleen. We would like to give you something.
Dit is een bed van een van de crew van de Halifax van Jim Nicholson.
This is one of the hats from the crew of the Halifax that Jim Nicholson was in.
En van de naam David White.
Oh, David White, yeah.
David White, zo may I hand this to you.
Thank you very much. So that can go with Jane's display. That's fantastic. Such small heads.
Dan heb ik nog een boek.
And it's got another book.
Another? We have three.
Niet geschreven door mij,
He did not write it,
maar door een bekende Groninger schrijver. En met de blik naar boven.
it's from a famous writer from Groningen, and it's called, well, basically Looking Up.
Oh, cool. Oh, really?
Met heel veel crashes erin. En ik vond een krant met de bemanning van een Wellington.
He found a paper with the crew of the Wellington,
En die is opgestegen vanuit Snaith. En die verongelukte in 1942.
it flew from Snaith and it crashed in, wanneer?
1942.
1942.
Crikey. So it's two from here in the similar area.
Opgestegen dus in Wellington.
Yeah.
They obviously felt it was a safe place.
Yes, and there's lots of information about crashes in the book.
Fantastic.
So you can see that.
Uh-huh. Wellington, yeah.
down in Surhuizen, vlakbij mijn woonplaats.
Yes, it's close to where we live.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, we'll be researching that one very shortly.
and also is mentioned in this book.
Where's that from?
23.
Is it this? The black and white. 23rd August.
Intruders bombard the airfields of Leeuwarden.
Ja, en de Rijkskerk.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that, yes, yeah.
Halifax.
Oh, so Jim's, yeah.
Dat was het.
So James in the
Okay.
book.
Wel eens, misschien zijn er mensen die staan op het, waar we net geweest zijn.
Yeah, maybe there's some names in here that's on the memorial field we just went to.
Yes, yeah.
Oké.
Thank you, Bindit. It's amazing that two from here
Ja.
Yeah,
have drafted in a
incredible.
very similar place, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That will take pride of place with the James display. We might have a hedge somewhere actually. We could pop it on right now. So yeah, thank you. So everybody, please help yourself to drinks and buffet. If anybody needs to use restroom facilities, obviously they haven't been renovated yet. So please feel free to use the house. There is a gap in the fence where you can walk through now. It's just go in the back door and it's just on your left. Just feel free, you're okay. My mum's in there. So yeah, thank you very much. We'll hope to welcome you to more events in the future. Thank you. Was that a surprise?
It's a busy day, folks. Checking to make sure there's no trip hazards. It's a bit dark. Yeah, we should be fine. Time to show some people about. Well folks, it's the morning after and I'm here just to do a bit of tidying up. Yesterday was an amazing day, it went down really well and something was donated. Let's take a look. As you know, we had the recovered remains of Halifax HR 936 and the gentleman who recovered these parts was here yesterday. And he donated something else. Take a look at this, folks. That is actually one of the flying hats worn by the flight engineer of Halifax HR 936. And just look at that, folks. That's in really good condition. And I'm afraid it's got to be done. I had to try it on, folks, I really did. I don't know if I got it straight. What a golden gem, folks. I'm not, however, trying the flight suit on. So, thank you, folks, for joining us, watching, liking, subscribing, and all that jazz. Catch you on the next one.